So what do Mike Tyson and Arnold Schwarzenegger have in common with sexual turn-on and success? We're going to go into that right now. Before I do, I want to invite you to hit that subscribe button. I want to invite you to hit the bell notification if you haven't already. I don't want you to miss any of the valuable content coming down the pike. Now let's dive right in. What do, again, Mike Tyson and Arnold Schwarzenegger have in common? Well, I want to show you some clips. And after these clips, we're going to have a little discussion about how your sexual turn-on can actually be used to create success. So let's check out this first clip. We're going to go with Arnold first. This is an older clip from when Arnold was young.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, I'm in heaven.
Okay, now notice what Arnold said there. Notice Arnold talked about the pump. He talked about loving the pump. He loved being turned on all the time. That's powerful when you think about it. So Arnold was arguably one of the best bodybuilders in the world. And he was not only turned on for bodybuilding, he was turned on for life. You can see his excitement for life and his turn on he had for life. Now, I don't think that's a coincidence. And how do I know that? Well, let's look at this clip here we've got of Mike Tyson on the Joe Rogan show from about a year ago.
That is sometimes, it's orgasmic sometimes. Yeah.
Like some fights, like particularly like Tyrell Biggs or someone that you had problems with, someone that you had animosity towards. So when you finally get your hands on them.
Hey, what does it mean when fighting gets you erect? What does that mean?
It's a good question. It means you're getting excited.
Yeah.
So that's going through your mind right now.
Well, that's how I get when I was a kid, and sometimes I get the twinkle.
Now, in that clip, notice Mike Tyson talked about being orgasmic when it comes to fighting, being erect when it comes to fighting. Again, we have this theme, this turned on theme. With that said, Mike Tyson is arguably one of the best boxers in the world. That's powerful when you think about it. This is called sexual transmutation. This is the ability to bring that sexual energy and drive it up your spine and use it for creative endeavors. People have known about this for thousands of years. It's been a practice with tantrics and Taoists thousands of years ago. And if you look at the most successful people in the world, I would say that a lot of them practice this unconsciously. They do it naturally. They are turned on for what they love to do. Maybe they don't realize it, but it's true. Now, there is a really important piece to this. If you don't have heart connected to the turn on, you'll create a lot, but you won't have a lot of love in your life. But if you have heart and you don't have turn on, you'll have a lot of love in your life, but you won't create a lot. So let's look at this in some other people. What about Kobe Bryant, the legendary Kobe Bryant? Was he turned on for basketball? Was he apologetic for his sexual turn on? What about Shaquille O'Neal? Was he also turned on for what he loved to do? If you go out there and you look at the most successful people in the world, you could argue they were all turned on for what they love to do. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, it doesn't matter who they are. They're comfortable with that turn on. And it's really powerful when you think about it. And this crosses the borders between male and female. It works on both sides. I love Cody Sanchez, for example. She loves to buy boring businesses, yet she makes them feel exciting. She's so turned on for what she does. I love to watch her YouTube channel and learn more about business from her. Now let's dive in a little deeper. I would argue that the most successful people in the world, the happiest people in the world, are the people that wake up and turn on for life, ready to seize the day. There are people out there that wake up, turned on, ready to do what they love to do. They're addicted to it. It could be the best snowboarders or skiers in the world. It could be somebody building businesses, and they got to get out there and do it all the time because it drives them. But I think the most successful people in the world, they're in love with and turned on for life in general, for getting up in the morning and getting out of bed. And to me, that is the real power and secret to life. When you could take this turn on and move it over to life in general. Now, I want to ask you, do you have anything in your life that you're turned on for? You probably do. If you think back, maybe it's been a few years, maybe you have it now, maybe it's art, maybe it's music. Maybe there's a certain business you want to start and you keep researching it, but you haven't taken action yet because you don't have the courage yet. Maybe it is a business you have now. Maybe it's your family. And when you're around those people, you feel this sense of aliveness and passion in your body, passion for what you do, where you drive that energy. You can feel that energy goes into your body and it puts you into action. That's the key. That's how you know it's turn on. See, when I love something, I can really appreciate it. I appreciate art. I appreciate nature. But when I have passion, turn on, that drops down to the hips and I want to take action. I want to move forward. It's just like when you see somebody you're attracted to and you want to talk to them. There's a sense of being pulled to them when there's sexual attraction. When there's love, you can just sit there and appreciate them. So feel that difference. And what I want you to do now is I want you to write in the comments what you're turned on for in life. What gives you that sense of passion? And if it's nothing, don't worry. I've got a few things that are going to help you with that too. So what can we do about this turn on? What can we do to cultivate this turn on? Even if you've got some turn on, let's cultivate more. Why not? My old teacher, Carl, used to harp on me to get into the second chakra, get into the Dantian, which is the hip area. It's the turned on area. I didn't understand why at the time. But as I cultivate more and more success in life and more and more passion for my work, which is what my new company is about, True Courage. And if you want to learn more about that, go to truecourage.io and sign up for the mailing list. Now, with that said, as I cultivate more passion for what I do and get out of forcing and having to and pushing, I realize more and more this is one of the key secrets to happiness. Yes, you got to have a turned on heart, but you got to have turn on in general. So how do we cultivate more of that passion? Well, I'm going to give you 3 things you can do today on this video to help you change this area of your life. Number 1, and this is kind of obvious for some people, stop masturbating. If you're excessively masturbating, stop altogether and stop watching porn. Matter of fact, I'm going to encourage you, if you really want to take this seriously, stop masturbating for the next month. Really take it seriously. Learn to feel and let that turn on build up in that part of your body. And then when that turn on gets to be too much, I want you to practice running that turn on up your spine. Practice rocking your hips, relaxing your pelvis, relaxing your perineum, and see if you can drive just a little bit of that up in your spine. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, the second thing I want you to do. I want you to practice rocking your hips about 2 or 3 times a day, just a little bit. Just move them a little and explore feeling down in the hips and down in the pelvic area. Explore the feeling of what it's like to feel this area of your body all through the turn on, through the hips and the pelvis. Just rock the pelvis just a little bit, doesn't take much, and just notice if feeling starts to turn on in that part of your body. For me, it started as a speck. I felt a tiny little speck, and then that speck grew into 2 specks, 3 specks, and then 4 specks, and pretty soon I started to feel a lot more, and I just kept exploring that area. Okay, so that's number 2. And then every time that energy builds up, take a little bit of it and push it up your spine a little bit. Let it just trickle up your spine. Rock your pelvis until you get it flat and see if you can feel some of that roll up your spine. Number 3, and this is what's going to bring it all together for you. I have a clip from an old video where I talk about turn on. And about 6 minutes in the video, I talk about my old sexual transmutation workshop. About 6 minutes into the video, I take you on a guided release and a guided reveal to help develop more turn on in this area and run that energy up your spine. Definitely check that video out. Put that video on repeat. Watch it over and over, especially go to that 6 minutes in spot and follow the guided process. This guided process has helped a lot of people. You can see it in the comments. People have changed a lot from it. And if you start listening to this on a regular basis while practicing rocking your hips occasionally when you're out, just developing awareness in that area and stopping the masturbation and the porn, within no time, you're going to be feeling a lot more turn on. Now, the key is to run that energy through your body. Let it go up your spine, down your arms, and that will move it into action. And then start associating it with what you love. Get into action with that turn on with what you love. Now, if you want to learn more about the revealing process and letting go, definitely check out the link in this video. It'll take you to thefearlessman.com where I have online revealing products. Now, with that said, hopefully you like this video. Definitely comment if you haven't commented already. And remember that true courage leads to true freedom. I'll see you in the next video.